What is happening, DJ Talk family? How y'all doing? First of all, welcome to the 46th episode of DJ Talk. And now, before we get started, I would like to take this time to send a shout out to everyone that is and hope that everyone is doing great this week and hope that you continue to do great, but not only for this week, but also this year and many more years to come. So, before we get to the rest, hopefully you guys win as well. I can never forget to say that. But not only that, but you guys are winners and you guys are resilient. So keep up that enthusiasm because we need people like you that could be a winner in life. So anyway, so if you're new to this channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell for notifications and many more to come. And in about a few days away, the anniversary's coming up, and we're so looking forward to it. And if it's possible, hopefully tonight we'll go back to back. Hopefully so. Pray to God. God first. It'll happen. So without any further ado, let's get right to it. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how to set yourself up for success. So to anyone that has a question about it, that it means to alter the conditions of someone or one situation. So to a particular outcome is all but guaranteed. There are multiple steps on how to set yourself up for success, and we're going to start off with number one, work hard. In order to succeed in what you dream about while growing up and looking up to someone that has been there before and have so much experience and has a lot of knowledge. But in order to succeed, you have to work extremely hard on your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, your future, etc. I'll say it again. I'll say it again just for the people in the back. In order to succeed, you have to work hard for your things. Number two, consistency. I love this word. Consistency. Be consistent. When everything is going the way that things are going, you have to be consistent. Why be consistent? Well, in this situation, you have to be consistent. But not only consistent, but also you have to keep your head in the game. Be selective on what you do. So, to all my young people out there that are setting themselves up for success, be consistent. Keep your head in the game and dominate as you should be doing. Now, we all know that consistency is the key. And in order to have that consistency, you have to you have to have a game plan and execute it into perfection. You know that when it comes to being the new you, you have to reinvent yourself. Never lose focus on the goal. There's a few verses that talks about consistency, and it says something like this: all he is before all things, and in him all things hold together. Let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering. For he who promised is faithful, and let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. So you see, just like these three verses right here that have a lot to do with consistency, if we learn how to be consistent in everything that we do, we will be all right. And we will go places as well. That's what we all want to do. That's all we all want to do. We all want to go places that we've never been to before. So let's try to be consistent, and let's have that consistency in our mind in our hearts and everything. Number three, plan A. You see, in this life, there is no plan B. Because if you confess that plan A is not going to work, I hate to say this, my friend, but you are setting yourself up for failure. It's sad, but it's the truth. And that is something that we have to avoid because, you know, manifestation is real. Like, take for instance, if you manifest success in your life, you will be successful. Also, but if you manifest failure in your life, you will be a failure. I know that's not something that you want to hear, but sometimes it's best to hear the truth. Not for nothing, but you want to choose to be in the good direction. And in order to be in a good direction, you have to think like this. You have to think, plan A is going to work. I believe it. I must not give up. I need to make it count. You know what I mean? Like that. So that's something that we need to have in mind. We all know that hard work pays off. So what do we have to do? Come up with a plan. And that is plan A. I mean, know that I know that everyone starts with plan A and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But the real reason why plan A doesn't work is because you haven't strategized it correctly. That's why so learn how to strategize it correctly before you put it to work. So that's why plan A don't work, because if you come up with a right game, if you come up with a plan and you say, okay, plan A is going to work. Hey, I want to put plan A into the work. But also, you are going to have a plan A, but you have to put action behind it. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you got to do sometimes. Put action behind plan A. So my opinion is this. Plan A will work. All you have to do is plan it the right way. You have to plan it the right way. Reminder for the people in the back, and I'll say the people in the back once again, because in case if you guys didn't hear, and the people in the back, don't go with plan B. If you do, you will set yourself up for failure. So choose plan A and make it work. Remember, no plan Bs. Number 4, take advantage of the opportunity. Have you ever heard of this old saying that goes something like this? When opportunity knocks, you open. Well, life is filled with opportunities, and you receive an offer from a place that you have been waiting for a very, 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 very long time. And they want to give you that opportunity. And the question is, will you take it or leave it? Because my opinion is this. If it's a good offer and a good opportunity, well, I say go for it. That's what I would say. Go for it. Run with it. Well, and not only that, but also it's a perfect chance to take advantage of the opportunity and run with it. You ever heard this? So, like, in other words, take the ball and run with it and score big points with it and never look back after that. When you have the power to make things happen, you have to have the opportunity. You have to have the power to take advantage of the situation and take advantage of the opportunity that is presented to you. So, my advice is this: don't waste it. Not now and never waste it. Not now, not ever, but never waste it. It's opportunity, and it's your opportunity, and it's your time to shine. And last but not least, number 5, strip down and rebuild what's yours. You know, in this life, sometimes we have to get rid of something that has been holding us down. In order to do that, to do that, you have to think. You have to think and ask yourself, what is holding me down? What is holding me back? What is stopping me from reaching my destination? And you guys want to know the truth? You guys want to know the answer to that question? The answer is you. It's sad, but it's the truth. You and your bad thoughts. So, what do we have to do? How do we get rid of those bad memories out of our lives? Strip down and rebuild yourself. Have you ever heard of this thing called out with the old and in with the new? Because in this life we have to reinvent ourselves and start to think different, be different, and act different. The main thing is to rebuild your confidence, rebuild your thoughts, rebuild everything that needs to be rebuilt. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, strip down and rebuild yourself. So you see, if we can try to think of that direction to go, we have then that we have to go to what we have to go, then you know what? We are in the right direction. We are at the right place at the right time. So we need to focus. We need to focus to be successful. And how do we do that? One word and one word only. Prayer. Just that simple as that. Prayer. Excuse the background. Prayer is the key that would make everything come together and also come into existence. Because when it comes to prayer, you have a chance. Not just any chance, but 100% chance of being successful. And once you reach that level of success, nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, will ever bring you down the ladder. And you know why? Because you belong up there. But there is something that you should know, and it will not be easy, because success takes nothing but hard work to do. It takes nothing but hard work, perseverance, and consistency. Because if you work hard, then you will be successful. Because success is earned, not given. And because back in my times, right, I had to learn, but I had to learn what I had to do to be successful and everything that I need to do. And I had to ask myself this question. What did I have to do to be successful? Well, I would pray and ask Jehovah, the one and only, for help, strength, confidence, and especially guidance as well. And while I was dealing with obstacles and adversities, trials and tribulations, I was dealing with all of that. I kept going. While I was dealing with that, I kept going. I never stopped at nothing until I reached that level. When my family was dealing with a situation and still is, I decided to distance myself from that situation and focus on my goals and focus on being successful. And you know something? You really want to know something? You really want to know who is my motivation? Well, my motivation, is behind my motivation? One person. One person and just one person only. One person in my life. And that one person is my mother. I feel like in my life, I owe it all to my mother. Well, God first and my mother second. Because, when it comes to somebody you love close, then your mother's there for you all the time. Because after all we've been through together, and sometimes I ask myself, what do I have to do to make sure that my mother gets better, gets the better life that she deserves? And what do I have to do to make sure that my mother doesn't have to be sad nor be worried about anything that goes out there? Because at the end of the day, no matter what the situation is, I'm always going to be thankful and grateful for my mother for being everything that she is to me. No matter what, I'm always going to be grateful for my mother. And I'm always going to be grateful at the end of for everything at the end of the day. Prayer has always been the key part of our lives. I believe in prayer, I really do believe in prayer. I never stop saying that I never say that I don't believe it. I always believe in prayer. But sometimes I don't want to rush. I don't want to do it in a hurry. I don't want to rush doing it. I don't want to hurry and pray that everything happens right now. No, I don't want that. I want to pray. I want to pray and ask and be patient about it. That's what I want. Because I want everything to go as planned, to go the right way. Because everything in life, it requires patience. Because patience is a virtuous thing in life. Because you see, I don't want to do it because I'm in a hurry. I want to do it with patience. I want to do it with decency. I want to do it with faith. Because if it comes, it comes. If it don't, then it is what it is. It's because he has his saying. We don't. And he's trying to say to us, you know what? Today is not the right time. We don't know what could happen, but if he says it's the right time, then it is. If it's not today, maybe it's tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, maybe it's the next day. Who knows? We're not in control of this life. He is. But in life, we need to have faith. Instead of being so stubborn about everything. Instead of being that way. Instead of that, we need to have faith instead of being stubborn. We shouldn't be going crazy and being stubborn about a couple of things that happen. We shouldn't be doing that. So there's a verse that talks about being successful or being a success. And it says something like this. For still the vision awaits the appointed time. It hastens to the end. It will not lie. If it seems slow, wait for it. It will surely come. It will not delay. Very interesting right here, what it just said. The key word of the verse is called vision. The vision. Because everything in life we need to have the vision and the mission to make our dreams come true. So, before I wrap this up, I would like to give you all a piece of knowledge. Never lose faith. Never lose faith, because if you don't lose faith, you'll be all right and you will make it. So thank you guys, and thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for more episodes of DJ Talk. Stay positive as always. Have a great night. Peace out. And stay tuned for more.